that's how it began.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, second question. So, to you personally, what does the museum mean?
Um, so to me, it is for me it means the same to me as what it did to Dr. Mallet back in 1982. I still want to make it a place that can serve as a resource to not just the College of Education and the art department, but the entire campus. Last semester, we had 28 different courses that used the museum as part of their curriculum. Um, but I also want it to be a place where we can care for and give life to the artwork of these artists, where it will live forever and be used in educational ways on a day-to-day basis. Um, we had last year 20.
Let's switch the perspective around a little bit because obviously it makes sense for that perspective to be coming from you because you're a part of the museum. What should someone who's a student who may not even be interested in artwork who comes in here, what do you think it should mean to them?
I think for each person it's different. We right now are utilizing the picture books for pharmacy students to use picture books with humor to help families with small children that are going through some severe health issues as a method to cope. We're using picture books and the art from it to take individuals with Alzheimer's and dementia back into a time that they can remember, and then art students are helping them to illustrate those memories. So every situation is different. For some, it's seeing artwork that they remember being read to as a child. Um,
Okay. The question four. There's this one and there'll be one more. What's been the biggest challenge in running the museum?
um, so I think the biggest challenge is being able to satisfy all the requests. We have a relatively small staff, and just being able to meet all the needs and requests that are being asked of the museum on a day-to-day basis. With 291 events, we've got basically an education manager, a curator, myself, and then a part-time um, administrative assistant. So that's a lot of programming for that staff, and so there's no way we could do it without additional staff members of the university, as well as many different volunteers that we have help on a day-to-day basis.
And so the requests you're specifically talking about are the requests for artwork.
No, would be more like tours or professional development workshops, or can you come to our city and do a talk on the artwork from picture books from 1830 to 1950. You know, requests like that come through on a daily basis.
Okay, I got you. So you guys are quite you're inquired of a lot.
Yeah.
I got you.
And so trying to just prioritize and make sure that what we're doing is reaching the most people is what we try to and attempt to do. So.
So this book, Gallop by Rufus Cedar, is a book that uses art that moves. So here is an example that when you move past it, it looks like the horse is moving. Same with the things in the book.
That's neat. This is the Miles Gallery. This is Hardy Gramatke, and this is the Little Two. This is a book that he wrote back in the 20s or the 30s, and it's a book about a little engine, and it's going along the river, and it has to get to its destination. It's a neat little children's book. This whole gallery is about the artwork and the books that he created and drew. Right over there is his desk, and that's where he did all of his work. And I think this is probably the most relevant part of the museum, because a lot of the work that he created was magical, it was for children, and it just shows that there's a lot of history to this museum and a lot of neat history to the books that he created. So it's a pretty cool place.